I'll come back. I'm gonna call you. Okay, go ahead. Fucking nigger. Yeah, your mother. Yes. Nigger. Your mama. Nigger. Your mother. Nigger. Nigger. Yeah. Fuck you, nigger. Okay. Fucking coon. Hello? I'm out of my business. Disturbing me.
Oh my God.
Let me do this. I got to ask this question. So I'm watching this video, and apparently white people, some white people are starting to videotape black people doing wrong. And have you noticed that online? Anybody? It's happening. What? I don't know. I just happened to see it online. I saw one incident where a black guy appears to have parked at a non-parking, don't park place here. And this white girl was trying to tell him to move it. And instead of the guy moving, he was like, what are you doing video recording me? Why are white people video recording? I happened to just hit it online. I was on the internet. And she was like, well, you're not supposed to be parked here. You're in the way or something, right? And he just went off about this race thing, racism thing. And so here's what I need feedback about. So there was another white man in Dunkin Donuts somewhere, and he was on his computer, and there was a line going there. He was in front of the line. And I guess the woman behind him asked him to move, who happened to be a black woman. Or maybe the black worker said to the woman behind him, come on up. She made some kind of smart remark about the white guy. And the white guy went off. He told the person behind him, go ahead. And then he started yelling at the woman that was working, right? Because she must have said something negative to him. It got him angry. And he was like, F you, you effing N-word. I need to say it one time just to get the effect. You fucking nigger. F you. And he would give her the finger, and then she would yell back at him, the worker, right? And they were going at it. And he kept calling her nigger, 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 nigger. He said a lot of times. Then he gave her the finger, then he left the Dunkin Donuts shop. So I'm watching this, and it's being recorded, so I need feedback. Is there anything wrong with that incident? Even though you didn't see it, I'm trying to give you a picture of it. The woman was saying, yo, mama. Or he would call her the N-word. She was saying, yo, mama. She was saying, so the black woman was to the white man. And so I watched it a couple of times to see it, really see it. And so who want to comment on that? What's wrong with that picture? All the people of color. A white man. Let me hear from the white man first.
Bring it on. No, what's wrong with that? It's just anger. That's what's wrong with it.
It was just anger?
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Oh, okay.
Right. Why do you have to be so angry about it?
Okay.
Get over it. Get over yourself, whoever did that.
All right. Mary, right behind there. This is so good.
I think it was a great response because these
just
people
call her the N-word?
Exactly. Because these people think that they can just talk to you any old kind of way, say any old kind of thing to the white people, and they're supposed to suck it up and not say anything. And that is wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
What did you say?
That style is not good.
That style is not good?
You can disagree with people, but you don't have to do it in that style.
Why not?
Because there's other ways to do it.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right. Was it racist?
No, it was just anger.
Oh, okay. All right. I forgot who I saw. I'm going to move real fast. The young lady next to you, she wanted to respond. She's dying to respond.
Sorry.
What happened exactly?
So they were in a Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah.
The man was in line. The white guy was standing in line, but he was on his cell phone. So he was holding up the line. Okay. And the person that's working behind the counter, a black woman, it sounded like a black woman, said something to him. She like, you know, I could hardly hear her, but she could hear him really well. And he got mad at whatever she said, right? And he just went off. And so they both were yelling and calling each other names. But he used that word a lot. Remember that guy that was here a couple of Sundays ago? He got mad at me and called me the nigger. He's like, nigger. But when he wanted something from me, I wasn't a nigger because he had wanted to do a business with me, but I wouldn't do it. But anyway, go ahead.
I just feel that there's nothing that she could have said that could have provoked him to say something like that. That's just extreme, and he could have handled it better.
Oh, okay.
There was no need for him to use that word or for him to get disrespectful or loud. And
how about when she would say, yo, mama, and I couldn't hear the other stuff she was saying. Was she wrong?
well, yes, but I mean, it's all about how you react to. I mean, if someone yells at you, that doesn't mean you have to yell back at them.
Oh,
so.
okay. Give the mic to the young lady behind you. She really want to respond. What do you think about?
I'm not young.
You don't? You have an opinion about that? So what's wrong with the incident at Dunkin Donuts?
Dunkin'
where the white
Donuts.
man was screaming nigger, and the black woman was screaming your mama and whatever else she was saying from behind the counter.
You know what? I don't know. I find it appalling that people treat each other that way, no matter what they're saying or who they are.
Yeah.
And it's not appropriate. And you know, it's just. And kids see that. I mean, if there was a little kid or an adolescent or
Well, there were
somebody
definitely other people at Dunkin Donuts that saw that. And the guy even went outside, and then he came back to the window, and he banged on the window and gave her the finger and said it again. What does Joel think about this?
What is?
I think they're both wrong for going back and forth, but I don't fault him for just calling her a name. I don't think the N word or the B word, they're just names anyway.
These
So
black people are sellouts, huh? I'm creating Uncle Tom's. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me come here real fast. The young lady right there. This is good feedback, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with this side of the room. I feel like when I hear people go at it like that, the words don't matter. If you look behind it, that's literally just two little demons trying to fight over which one is the strongest.
Yes.
That's really all it
Amazing.
was. And he just had to keep going by banging on the window. It just goes to show how, like, deep into the darkness they both really are, because she's jeopardizing her job. Like, she's that caught up in her anger that she doesn't realize she's affecting her livelihood.
Yeah.
So I think that, like I said again, those forces you talk about, they're very strong. And you have to be aware when it's happening, because she's probably going to lose her job.
I know.
And that guy's going to probably go to work the next day and be fine.
You know, unless they put it on YouTube. If they put
That's
that on
true.
YouTube, he's out of work too.
That's true.
Yeah. Even before the black woman, because they're going to say, oh, that was racist.
And the black girl's just being typical, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. The white guy was kind of acting out of character. So he might actually get it worse than her. You're correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to say I'm probably the most racist person here, and even
We know.
I
And you're a
disavow.
Mexican, right?
Yeah, I totally
A
disavow.
Mexican racist.
Yeah, I totally disavow everything that guy did. We ought to have a degree, or we ought to have just civility, and outbursts like that, unacceptable. No reason for it.
And that's coming from David Duke.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
What do you think about that, my friend?
I agree with everyone else.
You know, have you ever wanted to scream out when someone treated you in a bad way? You want to go off,
More or less, yeah.
but you hold back?
I've let out a few times.
Oh, good. What do you think about that situation? Your sister?
Yeah, I mean, no matter who you're dealing with, I think you can keep your calm. I've never heard this kid yell in my life, I don't think.
You have not?
No.
We got to get him to yell. There's something wrong with that. He yells at home when
He's
no one's
just the
listening.
most chill person. You can tell just by...
Well, I definitely like his personality.
Yeah.
He's like open and whatever. Doug, what do you think about this situation? And then I'll tell you my little 2 cents about it.
I mean, without seeing it, it's kind of hard to say, but I have to agree with probably a lot. It's just two angry people yelling at each other, and I mean, I think probably everybody in here has done the same thing. I know I have.
You call somebody a nigger?
Sometimes.
What?
Sometimes.
You say nigger?
I have.
Amazing. And he's half white and black. All right.
Only half of me is mad at a time that way.
Okay. What do you think about that? I'm going to ask a white person. Two white people that I'm done, over here and over there. The young lady, yes. What do you think about that? The guy using that word, she's saying what you couldn't really hear what she was saying, but she was definitely going off in the background. But you could hear him really loud. What do you think about that? Just based on what I've said about it, what do you think about it?
I think that he should have figured out why everyone was upset because he was holding up the line. And I think he should have diffused the situation by not responding to whatever she was saying.
How about
and
the
I
N-word?
think he should have left.
Should he have used the N-word?
No.
Why not?
Because it's an ugly word, and I don't think people need to use it.
Oh.
I think he should have left, though, because I wouldn't condone anyone being treated that way in a place of business.
Okay.
If she's going to act like that, then he should have taken his money elsewhere. That's all.
Okay. And the last word on it. What do you think about it? This your first time here?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let her. Well, welcome. You're from Texas?
Yes.
Right on. And how did you hear about us?
We watch your videos all the time. We love you. It's made a big impact on our relationship, too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. If he talks about someone at work that upset him, I'm like, but do you love them?
There you go. That's right. And how long you been married?
We're not married. Working on it. I'm working on it.
Are you living together? Yeah. Beta.
I couldn't wait to tell you.
Beta.
I couldn't wait to tell you that.
No, I'm realizing that now. I'm fairly new, coming back to God, and since I've come back to Him, I have this pressing urge, like you can't keep living like this.
That's
I know
right.
It's not right.
That's right.
And so it's something that I will be rectifying very soon here.
Right on. In the meantime, don't sleep together. All right? Just don't do that so you can come together in the right way.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Talk about how it's, it poisons you almost. It's like an addiction. You become addicted to each other.
That's right.
I've seen that. You're right about that.
You have on a Father's Day shirt?
Yes, absolutely.
I like you, man.
I love you, Jesse.
You can sleep together.
I try not to be a temptress.
But good, okay. So are you going to be getting married soon?
Yes.
Oh, good. Right on. So what do you think about this situation at Dunkin Donuts?
I think that I like what she said about, it's just a white person responding, being upset, because I feel like they let the N-word affect them so much. So that's why people use it.
Yeah.
Because if it doesn't affect you, they're not going to say it. Like,
that's
Cracker
right.
doesn't affect me, so no one calls me that. You know
that's
what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's just two people that let something bother them that they should have brushed off. We've learned that a lot. To not let little things upset you. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
I'm watching this. I'm thinking these are just words. These are words that angry people use in marriages, in friendships, in workshops, and all kind of shit. When you're angry, the whole intent is to hurt. And so you're going to find the words that are going to hurt you. It has nothing to do with racism or sexism or homophobism or Islamophobism or deadbeat dadism. It's just angry people trying to hurt one another. And that's the way I saw it. But the children of the lie would take that video and they would use it against the white man. They would not use it against the black woman for calling him names, whatever she was saying, right? But they would use it against him to destroy him. But it's what all angry people do. That's why we have to overcome the anger. Whatever, even with my employees, when they get angry at me and they hate me, they might not say it out loud, but I know they are thinking, nigger. This nigger. I know they're thinking it, but they get fired if they say it. But you can just feel that they're thinking it. But that's what angry people do. It's not personal. I mean, you're trying to hurt each other in that fallen state, right? But we got to stop allowing the children of the lie to use that against us, because that's what angry people do. And we've allowed them to fire people, especially white people. They want to destroy white people, because if they can destroy white, conservative, Christian men and women, it's over for the country. Really. Because they're the only ones who are holding this country together right now. And if they can get rid of Christian men and women who are white, it's over. Socialism, communism, and all would take over just like that. That's why they do it. So they're trying to wipe out every white, even the ones they're supposed to love. They're trying to wipe out every white person in order to destroy the country. And so we got to stop. And you guys and ladies, you all wait so you see what's going on. You got to start speaking up about it. Don't be afraid. It's everyone who has anger is subject, as Mary said, you're subject to call names like that. Satan is your daddy. You can't help it. You want to hurt when you're angry. You regret it later when the anger passed, but that's what happens when you're in that state. So when they say that this is racism, the guy was mad, the woman was mad. As a matter of fact, the woman was in the wrong, to be honest with you. Because if you're working at an establishment, you don't have room to go off on the customer. No matter what the customer says to you, you have to provide service and be kind and provide service. You can't go off on the customer. So she was really wrong as an employee. The customer is always right. Last word.
I just want to say I understand your point about using the word to reduce its effect and to basically weaken it. But I don't know if it's working, because the isms are still flying around. The racism. Everyone still gets called that.
Right.
So I don't know if it's working to reduce the power of the word by using it over and over again.
It's working for those who have overcome anger.
Okay.
And they're not subject to words any longer, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you're angry, you're subject to your environment, your outer environment, which are words and whatever else. You're looking for love and all that. But once you overcome, that's why you hear the type of feedback you're getting now, because they'll overcome that anger, and so they see that words are not important. They can't bother you. And so that's how you overcome it. Then you start speaking up. You stand up and speak up, because you're not afraid. You're not emotionally damaged by words.
I absolutely agree. I just think that so many people are so angry still that it's not working on most people.
That's why we have to get the word out. You gotta forgive. That's why I want you to tell your family members and your friends and whomever else, you got to overcome that fallen state of anger, because you're separated from God. Satan is your daddy, and he's destroying you. Because it's not normal. Just think about it. Somebody can say a word to you, it affects you. That's not normal. That is beta. But when you forgive and return back to the kingdom of heaven within, they can call you whatever they want, and you won't move. You're not moved by it. But you got to drop the anger. Anger is not good. It's evil. You're subject to your environment. That's how you overcome it. God said, be in the world, but not of it. And the way you do it, you got to return to him by forgiving your parents first and forgiving yourself. Don't hold on to anything.